guys, welcome back. Today's video is actually going to be a full face of first impressions. In case you missed my haul that I just did a couple days ago, I'll link it down below. But basically, I just wanted to test out a bunch of the products and try them out, and I had some other new makeup too, so I was like, why not just try out a ton of new stuff? Also, thank you guys so much for all the feedback on my video about my first impression series. Because of the feedback I got on that video, I'm actually trying something kind of new today. I have done these videos in the past, but I guess technically I've never done like a true full face because I've always excluded foundation to reserve them for my first impression reviews. So today I included a foundation in this video, just trying out something new basically. Obviously, I cannot be as detailed as I would be in a regular video because I have so many other products to talk about. So yeah, as always, everything I use or mention in today's video will be linked in the description bar down below. One last thing before we jump into the makeup, I'm going to be saying this at every video now that I am past 98,000 subscribers, but I have a huge giveaway coming up when I hit 100,000. So if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. But let's go ahead and jump right on into the makeup. So naturally, we're going to be starting off with primer. Today I'm going to be using the Pure Correcting Primer. This is the Illuminate and Glow version. I've had this in my collection for so long and I have no idea why I haven't tried it. I just kind of keep forgetting I have it. If you guys don't know, Pure is one of my favorite brands. I think they're really underrated. So far this feels nice. As you can see, it's got kind of like a natural beigey kind of tone to it, so it's not giving like a super intense glow, which is nice because I am on the oilier side. It does feel extremely hydrating though. On the back it does say that this does contain an AHA, which will make your skin more sensitive to the sun, so I'm not sure why they included that in a primer, but I mean, just wear sunscreen if you're gonna use this primer. Moving along to the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. I had a couple foundations to choose from today, but this seemed to be the closest match for me at the moment. I did do a little like swatch test on my jaw before I started filming. It's in shade number 20. I pray it does not oxidize. Yeah, I'm just gonna go right in with the sponge. I've heard good things about this. I've had mixed experiences with cushion compacts before. I've tried 3 other ones now on my channel, so I'll link my other cushion reviews down below. It's supposed to be a little bit more luminous like cushions tend to be, but it's also supposed to have pretty good coverage, which I think it's looking pretty good so far. Definitely more of like a light medium, like medium but on the lighter side of the spectrum. I'm basically just picking up the product with the flat sponge and just kind of working in like a rolling motion. And it's not too dewy at all. The shade I think is a touch too dark, but not too bad, and I will be using a lighter concealer. But it looks pretty good. I'm not like in love with it. It's not really doing me a ton of favors in terms of texture because it is a little bit more luminous. That's just to be expected, but I'm not hating it. It looks and feels pretty nice on my skin. It's lightweight and it did give me a pretty good amount of coverage. I'm sure as you've noticed my lips are quite dry and irritated. I'm like throwing it back to the Accutane days right now, I think because the weather has been so crazy, but I'm going to prep my lips with a little bit of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Lip Booster. This is the tinted version. It's really sheer, but the color is honestly like the exact same as my natural lip color. I'm just gonna let that soak in while I do the rest of my makeup so my lips are nice and smooth when I get to lipstick, but I really like these so far. It gives your lips like an instant kind of like plump, like cushiony smooth effect. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to try the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye because I've got some dark circles going on lately. I have the shade Light, which I can't remember if this is the lightest or the second lightest, and I know everyone says this concealer is really thick, and I'm going to be blending this out with one of my new Pure Complexion sponges. I haven't tried these yet either. I got these in my BoxyCharm. If you guys didn't see, they came with a set of 3 for the April box. I was so impressed. I'm not loving the tip of this because it's not quite pointed enough to get right into that inner corner. It's a little bit awkward. And I feel like for a heavy concealer, it's making it a little bit more lightweight. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye really quick in the same way. I don't know. I feel like it might be taking away a little bit of the coverage from this concealer because when I'm swatching it on my hands, it definitely seems more heavy duty than this. And like I can definitely still see like my veins through it. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of product just on my ring finger and try applying it that way to see if I can build up the coverage a little bit. I think the concealer is definitely a little bit more luminous than I would typically like, but I am going to be setting it, so it's not that big of a deal. Before I do set my eye area though, I am going to be using a cream contour. This is the Face Shop CC Contouring Cushion, which is really cool. It's got like a little sponge tip on it, so I feel like this is going to be really nice. You know, just effortlessly drawing on the areas you want to contour, a lot easier than using like a cream contouring palette. Gonna get this guy started. Cream contouring still makes me nervous, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start drawing it on the usual contouring areas. So I'm gonna try blending this out with a clean, pure sponge. The tone of this seems really good. It seems like it's not going to be too cool or too warm. I find my skin's a little bit too warm for like a really ashy contour, So I like something that's a little bit more neutral. I'm pretty happy with that. That was really easy to use and really easy to blend out. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Now we're gonna go back in and set. I'm going to be using the new Makeup Forever Ultra HD pressed powder, but this is actually like a pale yellow shade. And I'm actually really pleased that even though this concealer is so thick, it really hasn't creased that much. Very minor just in here, but I definitely have concealers that crease a lot more than this. I'm not gonna lie, it's been years since I've tried the regular Ultra HD powder from Makeup Forever, but I was never a fan of it. Especially for setting the eye area, because it just, I don't know, it always made my skin feel really dry. But this seems to be doing a really good job so far. It feels nice and light. It's giving kind of like the perfect amount of a yellow kind of tint without making, you know, it look like I have jaundice. I don't really have anything new for the brows, so I'm going to quickly prime my lids and do my brows off camera like I usually do, and I will be right back. Brows are done. Didn't use anything different, but if you are curious what I used, it'll be in the description bar down below with all the other products. I'm just gonna quickly set my lids with this yellow powder as well. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use this Tarte Blot Party Kit. I love the idea of this. It's got like a translucent powder, a little brush, and then a little pack of like blotting sheets in there as well. So I'm just gonna use the translucent powder to set the rest of my face. Yeah, I love the idea of this, but honestly, this is so bulky. Like, this is meant to be something that you keep in your purse, obviously, to touch up with, but it's way, way too big for my purse. Like, I would never take this on the go with me, to be honest. But I am going to be starting off with this new Pacifica eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like. Called Pink Nudes, and it is their coconut mineral eyeshadow formula. It's vegan and cruelty-free and just kind of basic. It's mostly matte, but there's a couple like satiny shades. And I'm just gonna do a nice blended crease with this. So I'm just gonna speed this part up because you guys have seen me do this many times before. So the shades I used were this taupe shade here, this more peachy shade, and then this more kind of deeper rose shade. They were really easy to blend. Pretty happy with them. It definitely turned out a little bit more peach than I was wanting. I was wanting a little bit more pink, but I'm gonna go in with this guy now. This is one of these Stila Magnificent Metals in the shade Kitten Karma. I'm gonna put this on the lid, and then depending on how it turns out, I might add a little bit more of a pink shadow to the crease. I've seen people use these in videos, but I haven't really paid attention how they apply them. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit on my lid and then blend it out with my finger like I would with most cream or liquid shadows. It dries quickly. I feel like they definitely are going to just lock right into place. Definitely a little bit difficult to add more and blend it out though once you already have some on, so I definitely recommend working quickly. I knew these were intense. I knew it was gonna be good, but I'm still a little bit blown away. I'm gonna try and kind of blend out the edges so there's not too much glitter in my crease. Doing this might not be the best idea because I am seeing some glitter fallout from doing it. So this might be kind of a product that you want to use as your very final step and then not do any blending afterwards. I feel like it looks really messy on camera, but it looks prettier in person. I'm gonna take this shade here though called Wait For It. This is a ColourPop single shadow, and add a little bit of this to my crease too, just to make it a little bit more pink. Just gonna quickly go ahead and do my lower lash line. To say I'm not loving the Tarte powder that I used to set my face. I feel like it would be better for touching up because I feel like my skin just looks kind of dry and blotchy, like it's a little bit too matte. Overall, I do really like how the look turned out. A little bit messy, but that's just due to a little bit of user error on my part, and I can definitely do better with that Magnificent Metal shadow in the future. So learn from my mistakes, people. I'm gonna go ahead and do some liquid liner off camera. I'm going to be using the Balm Schwing, which you guys will hear me talk about very soon in a favorites video. I have already tried this though, and it's just faster for me to do my liner off camera. Oh my god, you guys, I just had such a major fail. I'm kind of mad right now, just like at myself. It's been like 45 minutes. Basically, I messed up my eyeliner so horribly bad. Like, I'm pretty good at doing eyeliner. It's never something I've struggled with, and I've been wearing winged eyeliner a lot this month and I've had no issues, but like it just turned out so bad and I kept trying to fix it and it just kept getting worse, and like the liner on my lid ended up so thick you couldn't even see the Stila shadow anymore. So I was just like, I can't come on here and like continue doing this makeup look. So I literally removed all of the makeup from my upper lid and just redid it, and I was brave and tried to do a wing liner again, and it turned out okay. I just kept it really skinny. It's not perfect, but oh my god, that was so annoying. I considered just stopping filming, but I was like, I've gotten this far, I might as well just take off my eye makeup and redo it. But I'm gonna zoom you guys in and do mascara so we can just move on with our lives. So the mascara I'm going to be using today is the brand new CoverGirl Total Tease. I'm gonna take it out of the packaging now. But I do still have my eyelashes permed, so I don't need to use a lash curler today, which is very nice. So this is what it looks like. I'm sure you guys have all been seeing the commercials. I have pretty high hopes because I actually like the looks of this wand. Whoa, wait, this is blue. Oh my gosh. I do have a black one, hang on. I was wondering why they sent me two, now I know. As I was saying though, it's just kind of like a plastic bristle wand, which is what I like. It looks like it's going to fan out the lashes really nice. And then there's this spiky little comb on the end that you're supposed to use after to kind of like tease out the clumps, they say. So that's a mascara, not my least favorite mascara, but I don't love it either. The wand was really awkward to use and it was just really hard to get like an even coat of mascara on all of my eyelashes. It's just not really doing me any favors for my lashes too. This isn't a new product, but I'm gonna quickly pop a little bit of this ColourPop Honey Dude into my lower waterline. I'm so ready to just finish this makeup look and do like my face and everything after spending like pretty much an hour on the eyes. I'm just like, I want to finish. I want to get this over with, even though it is turning out okay. The only new bronzer I have is the Balm Bahama Mama. This is very dark, so I'm just going to take a fluffier brush and just go in really lightly with this. This bronzer is quite popular though. It looks to just have like a really nice kind of neutral tone to it. Definitely not too warm or too orange by any means. I'm also just going to take a little bit of my Fawn Anastasia powder just because I feel like the cream didn't give me quite as much definition as I want. That's why I tend to gravitate more towards powders. I feel like I can just get a more precise application. And I feel like I have more control when I'm blending compared to like a cream or liquid contour. For blush, I'm going to be trying this new Maybelline Master Blush Color and Highlight Kit. I am going to use this blush right here. I've heard really good things about these blushes. I do have like the Maybelline kind of like contour, highlight, and blush trio that they came out with, I want to say like around a year ago or so maybe. And I like that, but people are saying that the quality of this palette is even better. I'm usually more of a peachy blush person, but lately I've been going back to pinks a little bit. Just the springtime, I think it makes me want to wear pink. Pink and glossy lips, that's like one of my favorite things for spring. Keeping with the pink theme, I'm going to be highlighting with the new Benefit Dandelion Twinkle. It seems to have kind of the standard box powder scent, which I don't mind. And I do find the scent pleasant, which is important, so I don't mind the scent at all. But if you haven't tried any of the Benefit box powders, maybe just give them a whiff before you buy one. I like it. I don't often go for pink highlights, so I like the fact that it's not too pink. I think it's really pretty and like fresh looking for spring. Finally, for my lips, I'm going to apply the Tarte Color Splash lipstick in the shade Sunkissed. Oh my gosh, I love this shade, you guys. It is such a pretty nude. It's kind of like the perfect balance between pink and peach. And the formula is really nice too. This is my first time trying this formula. And it's just really, it's nice and creamy and hydrating. And just for that little extra oomph, I have already used this, as you guys know, but I'm going to take Smashbox Petal Metal. And this is a rose gold shade, and I'm just going to pop this right into the center of my lips. If you missed it, I did do a lip swatch video on the whole collection of these Be Legendary liquid lipsticks, so I'll link that below. But I mentioned that I would wear these metallics just kind of in the center of my lips, so I just wanted to kind of show you guys what that would look like so you can get a better idea. You can see it just makes my lips look a little bit fuller and poutier and just gives them a little bit more of a glossy finish, just a little bit. So this is actually the finished look. It's kind of funny, but despite the little hiccups that I had, this is actually a pretty successful first impressions, because funnily, the one product that really screwed me over was one of the only products that wasn't like something that I was trying out for the first time. But everything that I tried for the first time in today's video, I actually liked. Like, there was nothing that I hated. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and show you guys my favorites from the video, and then also the two products that I'm just not crazy about, the products I'm probably least likely to reach for again. So the things I would say that I loved are the Makeup Forever products. I did like the primer. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell just from using it once, but I can see myself reaching for this more and really liking it. I also did love the Tarte lipstick. If you're like me and you like just a traditional cream lipstick, you're not so much about the liquid lipsticks, then I'd recommend checking it out. I do like the Stila Magnificent Metal. It's gorgeous. A lot more fallout than I was expecting though. Even when I reapplied it and I didn't like keep blending out afterwards, I still had a lot of fallout. And then I also do really like the Dandelion Twinkle Highlight. My two least favorite items from the bunch were the Tarte Blot Party Powder, just a little bit too matte for my liking. I wasn't in love with it. And then the CoverGirl Total Tease Mascara. Just, I don't know, nothing special in my opinion. And yeah, everything else that I tried, I'm like, yeah, I would use them again. I was originally planning on doing more of a wear test and a check-in at the end of this video, but this video took me so long to film. It's also probably really long at this point, and it's literally like the evening now. Like, I can't really do much of a wear test because I'll probably have this makeup on for maybe like 5 hours at the very most. So instead, at the very end, make sure you stay tuned because I'll do a close-up of how everything looks on my face just to give you guys like a little bit of an idea at least. And then, like I often do for these videos, in the description bar down below, I'll give kind of like a better summary of my thoughts. But yeah, once again, don't forget to check out the description bar for links to all of the products I use and some links to some relevant videos and everything. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and go follow me everywhere on social media. I'm at Sarah Rianna on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And hit that subscribe button down below if you are new here. Once again, big giveaway right around the corner, but I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.